Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Anne and on my channel I review foreign international content. Today I'm back to review Love Next Door and I'm just like, what? Cancer? Cancer. Stage 2 cancer. Oh my God. Oh my word. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched, you may want to go watch episode 8. But we find out that Seok Ryu had cancer when she was in the US. It was stage 2. She had surgery. They tried to remove everything out. And now she was cooking and then doubles over with pain. And then Seong Hyo went to help her. She pushed him away and goes to the ex-fiance. And I'm like, first of all, he finally confessed. So I was like, thank God. Yeah, I was like, confess to her, let her deal with it. I know the fiance is back, and then obviously you throwing in the fact that you've always liked her may be too much for her, but good to confess and then let her decide. Now she's pushing him away and is asking the ex-fiance, help me. And he's sitting there like, oh my God, that's her choice. But oh my God, they don't know why. And it's because she was sick or is sick, because now all of a sudden she's starting to hurt again. And I'm like, that's why she came home. That's why she broke off the engagement, is because she is like, I may not have long to live and maybe I need to go back to Korea, relax, do what I love to do. Hence the cooking class, which, by the way, the parents lost their freaking mind when they found out that you left that wonderful job, you have an education, and all you want to do is cook. And the father is like, do you know how hard that job is? That's what I've always done. The father already feels inferior for being a cook because his wife can never get what she wants, which, by the way, I do believe her mother is very materialistic. Like, everything she looks at is about, I don't have that, I don't have that. That being said, I also get her in the fact that she wants the best for, you always want the best or better for your children than what you had. And that's where she's coming from. But she's, I think, gone a little bit to the deep end. And obviously she does love to brag to her female friends and all that good stuff. But I am so shocked. I am so shocked and I am so sad because it feels like now we just turned a corner and we were going with a show where it was romantic. It's the, love next door, the boy next door, the girl next door. And when is he going to tell her? When is he going to tell her you've always known each other, loved, it seems like you've always cared about each other. And now the show has turned into, oh my God, she could be dying. And if she ends up in episode 16, if she ends up dying, I'm gonna lose it. I'm just gonna be like, don't tell me this is gonna turn into be one of those sad stories. It's almost like people you love, but they end up dying. Like, remember that show we watched, 39, when that one girl had cancer? Oh, that is so heart-wrenching. And I'm thinking, oh my God, please, cancer, what? Cancer? No, it can't be. And then now, how at what time is she gonna start to tell Seong Hyo? And now explains why, because remember she said, I actually have liked him. I liked him first, meaning she's always liked him. And now that she's thinking I may be dying, she may not be wanting to tell him, I've always loved you first because I don't want you to get attached to me and I could be dying. Oh, this is gonna be cruel. And then he's gonna be sitting there thinking, you don't love me, you love that guy more than me. What? And then obviously he's here because she broke it off and pretended that she cheated on him, but obviously makes sense. He always loved her. She broke it off because she's like, I gotta go home. I shouldn't be marrying anybody if I'm gonna die, right? If that's what she's thinking. But then that doesn't make him stop loving her. Oh my God, we are gonna be in one of those dilemmas that is gonna be tough. It's like you have your childhood friend who's loved you since you were kids, and then you got the fiance who obviously when you're in the US fell in love with you. So they both genuinely love you, but I'm also seeing that she is not gonna be genuinely gonna be able to accept either of them because of what's going on with her personally. Oh, it's gonna be rough. And then I think about her mom finding out, her dad finding out, her brother, the whole village. We're gonna need to hold on to some tissues. It's about to get bumpy and it's gonna be rough. All I'm praying is that at the end of it all, I hope it ends where she doesn't die and maybe is able to beat it and does not succumb to it, because that means we're about to cry. It's about to get sad. Oh God. Anyway, and then we also saw, obviously, thank God, love is in the air for the paramedics and the reporter. She finally found out who he was, and now her heart is going ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. And then how convenient in the fact that he also cares, but now he wants to write a story about how first responders, what their kind of life is like and all the different things that they go through. And then when he goes there and asks for an assignment and he gets assigned with her, very interesting. I just thought it was really cool when that one person had an accident, was having a medical event, and she showed up, pulled him out, and started to do CPR, and his daughter is looking at her like, her eyes were like, you're my hero, right? I'm thinking she's gonna grow up and be, I just want to be like you. Like, she was so impressed. She's like, you are better than Spider-Man. I love that so much. Now, the other couple, and it's sad to see, it's Seong Hyo's parents. Clearly, she had an affair. I told you, I thought that guy was way too touchy-feeling, the way he's touching her and that kind of thing. And then his dad, he was going from store to store to look for these flowers. It's her birthday. Here she's thinking, nobody remembered my birthday, not my son, not my husband. Everybody's gone in the morning. And she's sitting there all insecure. And then he's going, he finished work quickly and he's running to store after store to look for this specific flower, lily of the valley, and finally gets them. And he's so excited. He's running home only to find her standing out there with her boss. And the way he's touching her and they're holding hands, it's clear that something's going on. And the way he just says, I thought it was over. Almost like we're getting the feeling that she did have an affair. He found out about it, but it sounds like she chose to stay with the husband. And so the husband is getting hope in the fact that it's over. Maybe we can rekindle this, because the awkwardness between the two of them and the way the house is so quiet is just crazy. But then I thought, what the audacity? That guy, you are cheating with this woman and you have the audacity to come in the neighborhood where they live, like nobody's gonna see you. And then he ends up seeing you. Oh, I felt so bad for him. It was so sad. And then obviously you'd explain why she's always like, I gotta get out of here. Because I knew she felt guilty about something that she kept running away. I'm like, why are you running away? It's because she knows she's the one who's at fault. And she's almost trying to be in their lives. But she can't ask for much because clearly she's the one who was at fault. And that's why she just lets them be. Because I'm like, at what point are you going to say, are you going to keep ignoring me? You're not talking to me? But now we understand why. So that'll be interesting to see how they navigate that, because they need to talk. I just thought it was sweet that her friends are the ones who ended up throwing her a surprise birthday party. And you can tell she was very touched. The son is interesting, always gets the same thing for the mother, the same exact necklace. I'm like, dude, you didn't remember what you bought last year? Just interesting. I just also think it would be crazy once her girlfriends find out, like, you had the affair. That would be very interesting. But, oh my God, I am worried how this show has just turned. And I'm just going to say, let's guard our hearts. We are about to go through some bumpy, sad episodes, because I do not want this to be the ending where he's sitting on the deathbed in the hospital and that's when she's like, I've always loved you, you've always been my love, and I've always loved you since we were kids, since you came from Paris or whatever, and I'm sorry that when I can't be here because I'm dying, and they're both bawling. Can't you just see it? Can't you? We've seen these, so I know we may go that way. But I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that we end up with, she may go through the treatments and all that stuff, but it's cleared off and we're okay. Oh, my word. I also thought it was interesting when she was fighting with her mom and she says to her mom once again, I'm not allowed to make mistakes. You never hold our brother accountable. He's always like doing whatever he wants. He's never matured. But for me, if I just want to do something, I'm just never allowed to even can I just make a mistake? I thought that was very interesting. Like when you always have such high standards for one child, but the other child, you just let them be, seems kind of unfair for a parent. And the fact that she's like, oh, he was born with a hole in the heart and we don't want to make him upset. She's like, it's healed up now. Like he can grow up, right? So I thought it was interesting. But anyway, what did you think? Are you shocked as I am? Because that was definitely like, it came out of left field. There's many things I would have thought why she left the US, but cancer was not one of them. I really had bought to the idea that she was just exhausted. She was like, look, I have tried the education way, the corporate world. It's just not for me. Maybe what I love is cooking like my dad. And what is wrong with that, right? Because I mean, she could end up setting up a restaurant that is very prestigious and make a lot of money. That's where I thought we were going. To throw in cancer? I feel so blindsided. I was like, wow, wow, wow. Anyway, if you do like my video, give me a like, subscribe. It does help to support my channel. Please join me next week and see what happens in episode 9 and 10. I'm also planning to come back next and review Romance in the House. That's really progressing well. But once again, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Deuces.